Hey guys, this is Milo with RMS Customs and Fab. I wanted to do basically do an introduction to the shop. One of the things that we haven't done as far as for the shop is actually try to introduce as far as what we got going on, show you guys what the shop's about. It's been this, we've opened up in November of 2020, and it's been really it's been a blessing. But at the same time, it's been really hard work as far as between me and my business partner Edwin Vega. It's just been us two, so we've been going non-stop 7 days a week as far as working on customers' cars, working on the building, doing the floors, doing all the electrical, doing all the plumbing, doing the lifts. It's the racks, organizing everything, trying to get the business up and going. And at the same time, like I said, still trying to maintain, obviously working on customers' cars, trying to get ahead, which we've actually got really ahead on customers' cars as far as the work that we've been putting out. Now we're in February now, so the last 3 months, we've done a lot of progress. So finally, February is, we finally said, you know what, we're working every other weekend. Now we can just spend some time, relax, and actually, come to work fresh, energized, and get ready to tackle. But hey, I want to go ahead and show you what we have going on and what we're about, and basically show you the shop around. So this is the 68 RSSS. This is a car that we have with this full Speed Tech front clip, full Speed Tech suspension, everything. The rear Speed Tech triangulated suspension kit on this vehicle itself. I'm actually in the process of building the exhaust system, so it's all stainless. We're using boreless mufflers on it, and then topped off with the Rick's fuel system on fuel tank. Which on this one, this is just a Resto Mod car, nothing crazy. Customers just wants to drive it, enjoy it. So we'll just be using just a stock GM LS3 fuel tank module on the vehicle itself. It is going to be a fuel injection setup, so it's just going to be a return system. So that's the benefit about when you're running a Rick's tank and using the GM LS3 modules. So go ahead and show you over here. Basically, all these parts. These are all Media Blast parts, sandblast. Everything that we have taken apart. This is 67 matching number card that we're doing. It's all being documented. It's all being sandblasted, restored back to the original, color, everything where it needs to be as far as on the condition. This is, as you can see, this is 67 hood. This car came really rusted. It's a California car. So we ended up doing getting a reproduction hood, because you have to come to a conclusion. Sometimes it's just best just to throw away the original, because it's going to cost the customer too much money, and it's not even worth the time. So luckily we can still get reproduction parts, especially from National Parts Depot. It comes with e-coated. So what we did is I had my nephew. He stripped on all the e-coating, prepped it. So now it's ready to actually lay down some DTM primer on the hood itself. On the hood itself. So you can see over here we're working actually on this the 67 trunk. We're getting ready to separate the seams. I had made a post in the past on my Instagram as far as how depth we like to go into cars, and why we do them. It's not about who can do them cheaper, or who can do them faster. It's about who can do them right. And you gotta remember, the customers are spending a lot of money on these vehicles, so you gotta make sure at the end that the customers get what they paid for, and at the same time, 5-10 years down the line, they're not having issues with rust issues. Especially this vehicle, like I had mentioned, this car came really rusted. So on the, like I had posted back on the vehicle itself with the 67, I split the doors seams because they were all rusted. It was just fully rusted. So this is going to be no different. This trunk itself, we're going to split all the seams we're gonna get all in there, and then we're gonna do is just gonna sandblast everything itself, and then close the seams on the edges again, and then spot weld everything back together, so that way it's all nice and clean. Customer doesn't have to worry about it. We're not just gonna wire brush it and then just throw Bondo and then send them on its way just to get the car done. That's not what we're about. That's not what RMS Customs is about. Again, you know, for what the customers are paying for, you know, they bring it to us because they have the confidence of us doing the job right, and this is the process of doing it right. So over here, this is on the 67. As you can see, we also have the differential. This one's gonna be we already torn it apart, so but I'm gonna end up sandblasting the whole differential itself. I'm gonna take out the carrier, the pinion. I'm gonna put on new bearings. I'm gonna press all the old ones out, put new ones in, put on new seals, so it's all good to go. For the year that it is, and the differentials actually look pretty good inside. The gears, everything look pretty good, so don't have to worry about none of that. So all I got just new bearings, reseals, paint it, throw it back on the car, and custom should be good to go on that part. Want to go ahead and show you, this is the 67 match number car. So this car itself was really rusted on heavy area, especially up in the window section. Last time I talked with the customer. They had mentioned, I think the car was parked in an area when it would rain, it was just the water was just dripping down on the vehicle itself. We replaced all the sheet metal. We replaced the cowling. We replaced for the sheet metals over here on the window edges. We were still able to maintain the factory hood. I'm sorry, the factory roof. But it was one of those things where it was a fine line. Do we replace it? Do we not replace it? But we were able to salvage it. There's a lot of stuff that you want to be able to save as far as on the original metal, only because it's thicker material. So again, you see as far as all of this, well, everything got split. All the inner fender structures, we stripped everything out. What I did is I drilled out all the spout welds. I removed all the structures. We sandblasted all the inside. Put everything back together, fix all the rust, especially all of these on both fenders that were all rusted. All of this was all rusted, so all of this got all handmade. This piece was all handmade too. So again, we're tackling the cars as far as doing all the body work, doing all the sheet metal work, and yeah, I mean, we'll post a video. I'm sorry, some pictures on this video as far as on the condition of the car, how it came in through the process, so that way you guys can actually see it. But this already, we're in the body stages. As you can come see over here, we already been working on the lines on the vehicle itself, all the door lines, all the gapping. So yeah, there's a couple things that we still need to obviously attack on the body itself, but for the most part, we're getting ready to block it and then lay down some really thick primer on it, so that way we can just do the final blocking and go from there. So but yeah, let me show you over here. This is a 69 Camaro that we have going on. This Camaro is called Commando Camaro. The owner on this vehicle, it is Garrett Randall. He is going to be road racing and autocrossing this vehicle. All the suspension components are from TCI suspension. They've been modified to be able to fit the modifications that we've done to the vehicle itself. But overall, it's their setup is really nice. I want to go over here and show you. We're also running the TCI front clip with Woodwood brakes. This whole car is going to be basically about 60-70% carbon fiber. It has an anvil front carbon fiber clip. We're going to be running an anvil hood. We're going to be running the doors, the trunk. We're going to be running the lower rear valance, all carbon fiber. We're going to be making a spoiler for this. We're going to send it out, and we're also going to get that carbon fiber made. So even though the car will get painted, but it's going to have some subtle lines of carbon fiber, so it shows that the vehicle has carbon fiber and where where it has it. So it's definitely a nice vehicle. Car will be running I believe 315s in the front, and then we're going to be running 335s in the rear. with an option of the customer running a 355 in the rear. So we'll definitely be leaving enough wheel gapping for, so that way if he decides to just one day put a 355 in there, he's gonna have enough gapping in the inner and the outer lip on the fenders. So this is a 69 Camaro that we're also working on. This is a pro touring car, but this is a show pro touring car. So this is gonna have a full a chassis that we're throwing on here. The chassis is gonna be a Resto Shop chassis with independent rear suspension. So we're just waiting for Resto Shop for the to send us out the chassis, and then yeah, we're also gonna be stretching out the quarters. We're also gonna be working out on we're gonna be putting a rear diffuser system, all custom rear diffuser with the exhaust coming out. This is also going to be having we're going to be stretching out, we're going to be working out the rear bumper, we're going to be fabricating a rear bumper. So, but yeah, this is all going to have, basically this whole car is going to be all fully custom. The window is going to be a flush mount. We're using Fessler's flush mount glass on this car. So we shaved the drip rails. So as you can see, it's all shaved. We already worked on that. We worked on the gapping on the doors. We worked on the gapping on the trunk. It has Ream Brothers trunk hinges. The whole dash section, everything's all going to be custom made. It's not going to be using anything that has 69 on there. It's basically going to be all handmade gauge cluster. Right now we're working with the customer on the design and on the center console itself. So that way we can go ahead and go on that next stage. This vehicle will also be having flush mount door handles. The door handles will be our RMS flush mount door handles. So I will be a couple videos from now when we start working on that. Just stay tuned on our YouTube channel, and then you'll be able to see our custom handles that we have that we're making for this car. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what we have going on right now at the moment. We do have about 2 other cars are going to be coming in. As far as working on them, finishing out the last stages where they're at. But yes, we've been blessed with the work that we have and the customers that we have. They give faith for us to be able to work on their vehicles. So we really appreciate that. This is the building itself. The building's a 4,800 square foot building, 4,000 square foot shop space with the 800 square foot office space. And I believe I have like 5 offices. So yeah, a lot of office space right there. So the good thing about those office spaces, I'm able to have store customers' parts in there. You know, especially when there's stuff that we're working with Forge Line wheels. We're working with Holly dashes and stuff like that. Stuff that we don't want to have it out here in the shop because they're gonna get dirty, they're gonna get damaged, or anything. They're in the room, in the storage rooms. So, but yeah. So let me come out here and show you on this part. We also do media blast, or sandblasting, dustless blasting. This is our blaster that we have. This is the DB500. We used all glass bead. Depending on the applications, majority of it use about 40-80, which is light medium grade on it. So we never go aggressive. We do dry blasting and we do wet blasting. The wet blasting, when we do wet blasting, people is like, oh, how you guys gonna do wet blasting? The car's gonna get rust. No, we actually use a rust inhibitor. So when we do we're wet blasting on the car, doing all the dustless blasting and everything on the car, we go over, we wet it down, but we're not just wetting it down with water, we're actually wetting it down with the rust inhibitor. Once the car is all done, dried up, no rust. Car stays the way it is. Once we're done blasting on the car, and it stays like that, obviously for about a week or so, then it starts building up, surface rust. So, but within that time, obviously, once we're finished blasting a car or a body or part or anything, we bring it in right away and we clean it all up and getting ready to lay down some DTM primer on the parts itself. So the parts don't stay bare very long. So at the most, maybe about 2 days at the most. So, but yeah, so if you guys ever need any blasting, you guys are in Texas, Cibolo, come hit us up. As far as, let me show you the shop and the yard space that we have. We sit in an acre. So we have, obviously I said the building's 4,800 square feet and the rest. we got all of this to ourselves. So we do all our media blasting out here. This is where we come down, we lay all the blasting right here on this part. The best part about it is that once we're done, we just scoop it up, throw it in the trash. The glass is environmental safe, so that's why we like to stay with that material, so we don't have to worry about anything. Even if we don't get everything, it stays out in the grass or you know, spreads out. It's environmental safe, so we don't got to worry about that. But yeah, this is our yard. We got enough storage to come out here, park any cars that we need to park out here, or store anything that we need to store. But there is, you know, like I said, you know, we just came out here and we were blessed to be able to find this spot, especially the spot being gated, and you know, and be able to have enough separation from our neighbors, so we don't really have to, you know, not worry about, you know, like when we do our blasting, them, you know, stuff getting on their way or anything like that. So yeah, so it's definitely it's a blessing to be able to have this spot and have the freedom to be able to do what we do for the business itself. So, but yeah, we have we have a lot of stuff going on. It's only us two. I have my nephew helping us out right now, but he's gonna be going back to California. He's you know, since California is doing their homeschooling right now, so he was able to come out, and he reached out and wanted to learn some stuff. So I said, yeah, come out here and you can come out work with us for a while until you have to go back. So, but for the meantime, like I said, it's just me and my business partner. So for us too, I think for all the work that we're able to put out, and especially on the time frames and everything that we've done, I think we've done pretty good. If you guys have any questions, you guys have want to swing by, check out the shop. We're located on 900 Schneider Drive in Cibolo, Texas. We're probably about 15 minutes from San Antonio. We're probably about 45 minutes from Austin. And if you're in the New Braunfels, San Marco area, we're probably about 25 minutes from you guys. So if you guys want to come down, swing by, check out the shop, see what we're about, give us a call, shoot us a DM on Instagram, on Facebook. Let us know, give us a call. The phone number is on our, if you guys Google us, our phone number is there. So also too on our Google listening, I try to stay up with the progress pictures as much as I can. So if you guys want to check out, you know, you guys don't do Instagram or Facebook or that, but you guys want to keep checking us out, check us out on Google, and just look at our progress pictures, and then that way you guys can stay updated with that as well. All right, thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.